Alright, welcome back. An interesting comparison for you today. We've got the Ping G410 driver, the most recent offering from Ping, against its 15-year predecessor. This is the Ping Si3, which has been given to me by a good friend, a member of the golf club here at Ickleton. Ping Si3 came out in 2003. This was the driver before the first Ping in the G series, the G2. I'm going to get them both on SkyTrack. We're going to compare, we're going to see some numbers, we're going to see what difference 15 years actually makes. Both 9 degrees, this should be interesting. Let's get into it. Okay, so we know about this driver now, the Ping G410. It's featured quite a lot on my channel. If you've not watched the review on this driver, please make sure you go and do so now before continuing the rest of this video. This is the interesting one, the Ping Si3. So I can remember this driver. I think it was on like Tiger was 2003, 2004, something like that. Before the Ping G series, so we went G2, G5, G10, G15, K15, that was a spanner in the works, G20, G25, I15, all sorts, yeah. Up to where we are right now with the Ping G410. This was the last one, this was the Si3, and I think it came out at the same time, quote me if I'm wrong, as the last, I think it was the ISI irons. So very interesting. Not 460, this is 380 cc's. Both of these drivers that will be testing at 9 degrees in loft. I'm just going to have a quick look, see if I can find any more information on this Ping Si3 driver. Bear with me 2 secs. Okay, so just looking at a little bit more information that I found on the internet. So the Ping Si3 forged titanium driver, thin fully forged face, so this might be one of the first ones to actually have a thin fully forged face. Maximum energy transfer and distance, colour coded, custom fit hosels. So these hosels, this is a black one, but I do believe that they were Li-angle fitted back in the day, so that's very interesting. Patented variable face thickness, 340 cc's it says here, but on mine this is a 380. Strategic weighting to help square face impact. That might be this little weight in the back here, but I'm not sure how much of an effect that actually has. Reduced overall weight for added club head speed. So aesthetically this is not a traditional looking driver. I've seen it described online as a brick on the stick, and I can kind of see where people are coming from with that. Very different funky hosel, and it's kind of inserted in a way that we're not used to with driver heads. This was well before the time of adjustable drivers, so this is why we've got the strange hosel, I do believe. So I'm not sure if this was kind of a pioneer at the time. I definitely think that the colour coded hosel to change the Li-angle was a great idea. We've saw that echoed in Titleist short-fit drivers. You're able to change the Li-angle of those. I'm not sure of timings, but this may have been a bit of a groundbreaking driver, although I'm not sure. Please leave your comments in the below. I could be wrong about this, but some of the technology, such as the forged face, that might have been the first time that we saw anything like that in this driver. So interesting. I've been talking way too much. Let's now get out in the nets, have a go on the SkyTrack, and compare this with the current Ping model, the G410. Right, okay, so we're outside now. Let's talk about a couple of specifications before we get into it. So both of these have got a stiff shaft. In the G410 I've got the Project X Even Flow 6.0 75 grams. In the Si3 we've got the Ping Si3 Stiff Flex. Not sure about the weight of this one. This one's 380 cc's, this is 460. They're both set to 9 degrees. Let's see what the results are. I'm going to hit a batch of balls with each, then I'm going to go back inside and review the data as we normally do. Could get funky this. I'm going to go G410 first. Pro V1 golf balls as well for this test. It's getting a bit warm now. Okay, so that's some good shots with the G410. Let's go Si3 next. Personally, I'm not that keen on the looks of this driver. I think the brick on a stick analogy is quite fitting for this one. But nevertheless, we're going to keep going. First shot was actually quite good. Don't feel too bad. Minging strike. Okay, last one with the Si3 then. Okay, so some interesting shots there. Let's now do what we do, go back inside, check out these results. Right then, back inside, that were a nice test. Got a bit warm then, sun started to come out. Just before we talk about these results, the Ping Si3 did feel slightly longer when I was hitting it. Came back inside, checked it, it's about a quarter of an inch, half inch longer as well, so that could have potentially had an effect on the club head speed. However, it looks like it hasn't. So, first things foremost, I'm going to put results on the screen for the G410 now. Carry, 247, total 268, kind of numbers that we've seen before. Spin rate's 3.3, still a little bit too high, launching about 12, if anything a little bit too low, which could be contributing to those spin numbers. Club head speed 105, kind of in the ballpark, we're not being fully warmed up, so very similar numbers to what I've seen before. When we're then comparing it to the Si3, oh, just another thing with the G410 as well, it was on average 1 yard offline, so we did have misses in both directions, but eventually it came together to go 1 yard offline. Ping Si3, 243 carry, so 4 yards down, and 263 total, so 5 yards down. So those little teeny tiny incremental differences that we've seen in technology upgrades over the last 15 years is contributing to a little bit better numbers, maximising your distance and stuff. Spin wise, it's 200 revs more, which is absolutely peanuts. We did have a couple of quite high spinners in there though. We had a 4,200, so more me than the golf club I think on that occasion. Launch angle was a little bit higher, a little bit more appropriate. Club head speed was 1 mile an hour less, so it was 105 with the G410 but 104 with the Si3. Peak height was quite interesting, so it did go higher with the Si3, possibly to do with the average launch angle being a little bit higher. 30 yards with the G410, 35 yards with the Si3, but yeah, a little bit down on distance. Offlineness, we averaged 18 yard offline and I only had 1 miss left, so definitely more of a pilot error causing those misses. So the upgrades in technology that we've seen over the last 15 years is contributing to, I think, the G410 being, one, definitely better looking, because I think it's a bit minging that. I do really like the adjustment lie angle hosel on the Si3. We haven't got the capability to go more upright in the G410, we can only make it flatter. Looks wise, G410 absolutely smashes it out of the park, I think. I think it's one of the best looking drivers. Performance wise, it's definitely better than the Si3 by a good 5-6 yards. So what difference does 15 years make? About 5 yards if we're going to conclude this test. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you'd like to see me review both of these drivers on course, please leave a message in the comments below and I will make sure I do that as soon as possible if you guys want to see it. That's pretty much it from me today. So that was 15 years worth of technology, G410 versus the Si3. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've liked this video, please like, share it around to everyone possible. I mean everyone. Get your black phone book out. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed already, please do so. Thanks for watching. Cheers.